Hey, what's up guys, Auto Fanatic. So today's video on the Nissan GTR T-SPEC is going to be a quick wash and talk. The car is not super dirty. On Friday night, it's actually Sunday evening right now, I gave the car its first coat of Auto Fanatic Hypergloss. This is the waterless wash and a ceramic SiO2 spray sealant. So I'll post a little clip right here from Instagram. The car looked phenomenal on Friday night. Now, if you guys go closer, you guys see I drove it all day. We got bug splatter all over the nose. There's tree pollen all over this car, and the car looks literally, I mean, the car shifts color from green to black. Look, somebody did that. I don't know who did that. But you can kind of just get an idea of how much pollen is on the car. So besides that, the carbon ceramic brakes are squealing like hell, which means that I got to clean them. So the way this car, for some reason, from having it for a number of weeks, when the carbon ceramic brakes get really dirty and there's a lot of contamination, as soon as you wash it, it goes away for the next couple of days. So let's get started with washing the wheels, and then we're going to do a quick touchless wash with 007 Snowstorm, dry it, and give it some more Hypergloss and finish it up. F100 Auto Fanatic foamer. We're going to charge it. I already put the Auto Fanatic wheel cleaning foam in there. All right, good. So let's foam up the driver's side wheel. We got a bucket here. I'll show you guys. We got some more Auto Fanatic wheel cleaner. I got one of my bottle cleaning brushes, and I also have my detailing brush for the spokes. These wheels aren't super dirty, but we got to get the carbon ceramic brake dust off and out of the brake system. It's going to stop the squeal and also get that grayish hue out of the barrels. The foamer decided to fart. This freaking foamer produces such awesome foam. Like super thick foam on a wheel is not exactly the best for cleaning, I found. Okay, we're gonna go in here. Now we also have an extreme issue with caliper clearance over here. So I'm just gonna zap it really quick with the pressure wash. You kind of see all the brake dust that's coming out. So I don't know what kind of pads are on this car, but they squeal like crazy. And I was doing some reading on the forums on the GTR itself, because I'm interested in buying one myself, and a lot of people are saying that even on the steel brakes they squeal like crazy. So I don't know, it might just be the compound that Nissan decided to use. You can see there. So yeah, carbon ceramics do produce brake dust. You see it right there, guys? So that's a myth where people think you spend $10,000 or more optioning out a sports car with carbon ceramics and you no longer have brake dust. So we're gonna put this there. You can see it, look at it, it's coming off. Perfectly done. You can see that there. Let's go over to the rear wheel. Now the rear wheel, these 20-inch wheels, we have more caliper clearance, so I can kind of get in there with my barrel brush. I get the tires too. Nice, even, consistent foam. These wheels are super easy to clean. I like them. These are made by Rays, so these are forged wheels, just kind of like the way you see like BC Forged or any of those import brands. These are a high quality wheel. I love the gold finish on this on this whole spec. I absolutely love this car. The more I've been driving it, the more I want one. And I think this would be an awesome replacement for the Alpha. But you know what? I got a couple of guys interested in the Alpha. And I don't know if these guys are pulling my chain or if they don't have the cash, but if I don't get my asking price, because I know what I have, it's a very rare car, very rare spec, then I'm just gonna keep the Alpha and I'm gonna modify it. I'm gonna modify the transmission tune, the engine tune. I'm gonna do the Nitron expensive coilovers, and then those Apex Forged wheels, which look very similar to these. They should show up, I think, next month or July, I have no idea. And I'll do that and set the car up a little differently, and hopefully that'll maybe take the boredom out of it and make the car a little bit more aggressive for what I want. We'll see. If not, you'll see another car in the channel and you'll know that I replaced the QV. But I don't know, I love the Alpha. So we'll see what's gonna happen with that. Let's pull back. Now, the tip that I got, just to show you guys, hold on. I'm using a different nozzle. This is a 15-degree nozzle, and I got the pressure at 1800 PSI, which is totally safe. And I found that this is doing a much better job in case I miss some spots in the barrel, and also when I have the issues with the caliper clearance, like on this car, with the 15-degree nozzle, if I zap in there, I'm able to get and clean that all out, like right here. So it's just a little bit more juice, a little bit more pressure, and we got 2.5 GPMs, 1800 PSI with a 15-degree tip. No, you're not gonna take the paint off, just use common sense when you do it. Let's get over to the other side and we'll do the other two wheels, and we're gonna, fun part of foaming the car up. That's what everybody loves to watch. This is actually an awesome brush. I'll put a link to this if you guys want to buy one on Amazon. I think it's made by OXO. I show this in my channel because a lot of the wheel barrel brushes, when you go to pull them out, they destroy your clothes, and especially your arm, with all the brake dust and all the dirt. This one seems to work really well. And it's got a stainless steel handle, which is very rigid, and it doesn't flex. So the whole key to cleaning wheels, whether you're using a brush or a barrel brush, you have to have a rigid tool. Otherwise, you're just going to be wobbling it around, wasting your energy, and you're not going to really get a good, clean job. Okay. This is just, I think, a detail image brush, soft boar's hair brush, or it might be from Griot's. I'm not exactly sure, but this is a pretty good brush. It's got a little bit firmer bristles than some of my other detailing brushes, and for something like this, especially when you want to go in to here, it's going to do a better job, because that's the biggest problem with auto detailing tools and brushes is the weak bristles and weak stems. And it absolutely drives me crazy because you just can't get an effective job sometimes if you don't have really, really good tools. You kind of see it there. Automatic wheel cleaning foam is, like I said, it's amazing for cars with carbon ceramic brakes. Okay, got that there. All right, let's get this guy rinsed off. Pull back. All right, that wheel is clean. All right, last wheel to clean is passenger side front. I want to get in here really good. Now, we still sell these foamers on our website. Prices have gone up. Unfortunately, I can't control that because I'm not the manufacturer of them. But they just do a really, really good job with our product, and that's why we use them. Okay. So earlier today I drove the AMG GTR, which you guys see on the channel, and I saw a video in Japan of some professional race car drivers comparing the Nissan GTR to the AMG GTR, and I'll be honest with you, they are completely different cars. I'm actually thinking about doing a video comparison of the two cars because they're so different, even though they share the same insignia. But this is a great street car. The AMG is a pure track monster. They're so different in the feel, but the suspension on this Nissan is one of the best suspensions of a sports car that I've ever driven in New York. There's no hop, there's no bump steer. it just rides phenomenal, even in the stiffest mode. And we're on run flat tires, which makes the car ride a lot firmer and a little bit more abrupt. But the chassis on this car is incredible. This is one of the best high performance daily drivers you could get, if you could afford one, if you could get one. And I'm trying to get one. I'm still looking for one. I had a dealership call me yesterday. She says, hey, we have a 2024 Premium, which is, you know, which I'll take, because these special editions, they're like only 35 made. There's not a lot of them. And they wanted $55,000 over MSRP. And I says, no, at that number, I'm out. So we'll see what happens. It's all about timing, and it's all about everything aligning in my life to see what makes more sense. That's that. All right, we're gonna get the foam cannon loaded up and foam her up with some 777 Snowstorm. All right, guys, so in the MJJC foam cannon, this is one I'm still using since I shot the video. It seems to work great. I've actually gotten to the point of knowing how to control it, so I actually could use the entire reservoir for doing a car. So I already have some DI water, because I fill it up with my DI system. Okay, you got the little weighted pickup tube on the bottom. We're just gonna be using some 007 Snowstorm version 2.0. This is the real stuff. This is not the stuff that was getting sent back on Amazon as being fake. That's why we're no longer selling on Amazon. Give it 3 squirts. Why not? You can see the color is pretty intense blue. And give it a good shake. Okay, now we're gonna foam the car off. Now, being that this stuff has self-cleaning properties, I'm not gonna have to do a contact wash because like I said, the car is protected. You're gonna probably see it in the video that the water behavior, the water is gonna be beating because of the hypergloss that I applied on Friday evening. And this is just gonna knock all the pollen down. It's gonna encapsulate all the pollen and dirt and bug splatter and get it all down. We're gonna rinse it, blow dry it quick, and put some more hypergloss on it, because this car, like I said, has no protection on it. It's a brand new car, and we wanna give it some protection while I'm driving it. One thing I noticed about this car, because I've washed it a bunch of times already, is that the door jambs don't hold water like my Alphas, and it doesn't leak out water for like the next 3 hours after I wash the car, which drives me nuts. So after this car's dry, it stays dry. Really nice thick foam, consistent. Now look, so you go slow with this foam cannon and you learn how to control it, then you're not going to blast through it. So look, we still have about 20% left in the reservoir. So what I usually like to do is I just like to just waste it all up. You can see T-SPEC. So I got the pressure washer in the garage. It just makes it easier to do videos without having the interruption of the noise. But that's it. All right, we're gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes. We're gonna rinse it and get ready to dry it up and put it back in the garage. All right, guys, it's been almost 5 minutes. Just wanna show you guys, you can kind of see a lot of the dirt that's coming off this car. Like I said, because I gave it protection on Friday. You can kind of see that right there? So that's all the pollen and all the nonsense that's come off the car. So we got the self-cleaning action, which is what we want. Now we're gonna rinse it off, and I'll show you guys when we're done the bottom of my driveway is going to be all yellow and brown with all the pollen. Look at that. Nasty stuff, man. Oh, it is absolutely crazy. We've had nonstop rain and bad weather for 7 months, and everything is just like overpopulating, and it's making it harder to keep the cars clean. So let's get this thing rinsed off right now. All right, guys, so to do the rinse down, I'm still using the MTM. This is part of their Aqua line 40-degree nozzle. This is actually nice because it has this like silicone rubber on the end, so if you do get too close to the car, you're not going to scratch it. So we're going to start with the top. We're going to rinse it down, and keep an eye in the video on the water behavior. See, we got good water beading and sheeting right there. So that's only one coat of hypergloss. We're going to do another one before we're done with this wash. And the more protection and more layers we have, the better it's going to be to self-clean the car from here on in. You can see, like, when I clean the quadrifoglio, look at the water beading. Like it literally, it's coming right off the bumper. When I do the quadrifoglio, all the water stays underneath the carbon front splitter for hours, and it drives me nuts. That's just a big testament to Japanese build quality. Look at the water beading on the hood. You know, this is my product. I'm really proud of it. We sell a lot of it. We sell out of a lot. So just one coating of that is already giving this car protection enough to keeping it cleaner with this insane pollen. Let's get over here. All right, look at this. Look at all the pollen. Get closer. Look at all that pollen that came off this car. Just with a quick touchless wash with 007 Snowstorm. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Look at that. Look at the water look at the water behavior right here. Right there, watch. Let me zap it. Look at that. It's not bad for one application of an SiO2 spray sealant. Yeah, look, it looks good. You can see it. Yeah, it's got protection. I mean, I just love looking at the water behavior. Absolutely awesome. So the Nissan GTR T-SPEC is washed. The wheels are done. We're going to put some tire dressing on when I'm finished, but we're going to go get the ego blower. I'm going to blow some of the water, not all of it, and then we're going to give it another coating of Autofanatic Hypergloss. And the car's going back in the garage, so stay tuned. We're almost done. Look at that. Touchless. Now with the DI water, we're not going to have to worry about any water spots. And you can just see the way the water flies right off the car with the ego blower. I'm not using it in turbo mode. Turbo mode kills the battery too much, so I'm using it in normal mode. All right, so we got the car dried. We're going to apply some hypergloss. This is a 16 by 16 Greer's Garage PFM detailing towel. And you could feel that there's like zero friction on the paint right now. And the good thing about doing this after you do like a touchless wash is if you do happen to miss anything, you know, that would have required scrubbing, this product's going to get it off. So we're not going to oversaturate. We just want to get enough product so we can level it out. Just like this. And you're going to flip your towel, or you could use a secondary towel if you like, to buff it all out, because this stuff has a high concentration of SiO2. It's not the easiest product to apply. You definitely never want to apply it to hot paint, and you definitely don't want to apply it in the direct sun. Our 007 gloss enhancer, you could use at all different temperatures and conditions, but not this stuff. This has too high of a concentration of SiO2, and it's going to dry and streak and drive you nuts. We hold back, you kind of see. Look at the reflection of this car so far. Pollen's all off, and hypergloss. That's all we put on the car. So I'm gonna go finish the car, and then I'll show you guys some beauty shots when we're done. So I did a video on tire dressing applicators. This is still the best. This is actually a new one called Suds Lab. So check that out, guys. It's on Amazon. You can see it's got a little bit more of a waffle pattern, a little bit more rigid foam, and you can see here it just works so much better than using a brush. I think that whole brush thing maybe is good for off-road tires, but not cars that I own. I mean, look at that. Perfectly coated in seconds. All right, guys, thanks for coming along for the wash and talk video on the Nissan GTR T-SPEC. You guys could see just with the second coat of hypergloss, the paint looks absolutely incredible. I think this paint is called Midnight Purple or Twilight Purple. It's a color shifting paint that goes from like a dark green metallic. It has purple undertones, and it even looks black right now, as you guys can see. Carbon ceramic brakes, they're an absolute breeze to clean with these raised forged alloy wheels. And I absolutely love this car. You guys watch my review video. I really speak highly of this car in many regards, and the more that I've been driving it, the more that I am absolutely interested in buying an exact spec Nissan GTR for myself. This car is an outstanding high performance, ultra high performance daily driver. It works phenomenal with the roads of New York, and just the comfort level, the ergonomics, everything about the car is ideal. So like I said, thanks for coming along for the video. Stay tuned for more content. Also, if you guys want to see more content on the GTR T-SPEC, post it in the comments below. And also, if you want to see a video comparing the AMG GTR to the Nissan GTR, post in the comments below, because I drove them both back to back today. They are so different dynamically in every regards. But if anybody wants to compare and contrast it and get my opinion on that, post in the comments below, and I'll try to shoot that video maybe in the next coming weeks. I'll see you guys in the next one soon. Take care.